Good day to all our viewers across South Africa. Welcome back to the channel that brings you the most important updates for South African citizens, especially those who depend on government assistance and social protection. Today's news is big, monumental, in fact. The South African Social Security Agency, better known as SASSA, has just officially released the complete payment schedule for all social grants for the 2025 and 2026 financial years. This is not just a routine update, it's crucial information that will impact the lives of over 18 million people who depend on these grants each and every month. Whether you rely on the Older Persons Grant, the Disability Grant, the Child Support Grant, or the Foster and Care Dependency Grants, today's video will break down the newly announced payment dates, help you understand when your money will arrive, and give you tips on how to prepare for any changes. We'll be taking you through the exact dates month by month for both years, providing guidance on what to do if your grant doesn't come through on time, and sharing some vital tips to protect your money and your information. This video could be the most important one you watch all year, especially if you're a grant recipient, a caregiver, or a family member who assists someone relying on a SASSA grant. So sit back, get comfortable, and make sure to stay with us until the end. Let's get into the full details. Before we dive into the calendar itself, let's take a moment to understand why these payment dates are so important. For many households in South Africa, a SASSA grant isn't just a helpful boost, it's their only source of income. These payments are essential for buying groceries, paying electricity bills, covering school fees, buying medication, and surviving through increasingly difficult economic conditions. South Africa continues to grapple with high unemployment, inflation, and poverty, and social grants have become a lifeline for millions. This is why knowing the exact dates when your money will arrive is so critical. When people are unsure of their payment dates, it can lead to missed bills, food shortages at home, or unnecessary borrowing at high interest rates. Having a clear, year-long payment schedule helps recipients plan ahead, budget better, and avoid long queues at pay points or ATMs. It also helps protect the elderly and disabled from exploitation, ensuring they can access their money safely and on time. Now that the payment schedule has officially been announced by SASSA, every grant recipient can start preparing for 2025 and 2026 with confidence. Let's break it all down. SASSA has a structured payment method that has worked well over the past few years and will remain in place for the 2025 and 2026 period. Payments are rolled out over a few days at the beginning of each month to avoid system overload and long lines. Typically, SASSA starts with the Older Persons Grant, followed by the Disability Grant, and finally the remaining grants including child support, foster care, and care dependency. This 3-day system helps keep things organized. Not everyone has to rush to the ATM or post office at once. It also makes it easier for SASSA to monitor transactions, prevent fraud, and ensure that each group receives their payments in a timely manner. It's important to note that your money doesn't disappear if you don't withdraw it immediately. Once it's deposited into your account or onto your grant card, it stays there until you're ready to use it. Now that we've covered the structure, it's time for what you've been waiting for, the official monthly payment dates for the entire year of 2025. Let's go through the payment dates for the entire year of 2025, 1 month at a time. As always, the order of disbursement will begin with the Older Persons Grant, then the Disability Grant, followed by the remaining grants. SASSA has carefully planned these dates to avoid clashing with weekends and public holidays. In January 2025, payments will begin on Friday the 3rd for older persons, continue on Monday the 6th for disability grants, and conclude on Tuesday the 7th for child support and other grants. Moving on to February 2025, the payment cycle begins on Tuesday the 4th, followed by the 5th and 6th for the subsequent grant types. For March, the pattern continues, with payments starting on Tuesday the 4th, and wrapping up by Thursday the 6th. In April, due to Easter weekend considerations, SASSA has set the dates as the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. May's payments begin on Friday the 2nd, after the public holiday, and continue on the 5th and 6th. In June 2025, you can expect the grants to be paid out on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. For July, the dates are the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. In August, the cycle starts on Tuesday the 5th, continuing through the 6th and 7th. September's payments are scheduled for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. In October, the dates fall on the 2nd, 3rd, and then Monday the 6th for the final group. For November, mark your calendars for the 4th through 6th. And finally, in December 2025, grants will be paid on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. This schedule offers a reliable roadmap for the entire year, allowing families to plan ahead, avoid unnecessary panic, and reduce financial stress. Let's now shift our focus to the 2026 calendar year. Once again, the familiar payment pattern continues, offering consistency for recipients. In January 2026, the grants start on Friday the 2nd, followed by the 5th and 6th. February sees the payments on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. In March, SASSA will disburse funds starting Tuesday the 3rd, continuing on the 4th and 5th. April 2026 begins with payments on Thursday the 2nd, Friday the 3rd, and Monday the 6th. In May, the dates will be the 5th, 6th, and 7th. For June, SASSA will follow the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Moving into July, payments will take place on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. In August 2026, the payment days are the 4th, 5th, and 6th. September continues with the 2nd through the 4th. For October, mark the 6th, 7th, and 8th. November 2026 will see payments on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And finally, for December, funds will be distributed starting Wednesday the 2nd, followed by the 3rd and 4th. Having this 2-year overview empowers recipients to better manage household finances and prepare for school holidays, seasonal costs, and emergencies. Now let's address a very important question: what should you do if your grant doesn't arrive on the scheduled date? While SASSA works hard to avoid delays, they can still happen. Technical glitches, public holidays, or unexpected verification checks can sometimes interrupt the normal flow. If this happens, don't panic. The first thing you should do is check your balance using the official SASSA USSD codes. Dial 1203210 hashtag or 1206927 hashtag to verify if your money has been deposited. If you still don't see your payment, you can visit your nearest SASSA office, post office, or payment point for assistance. You can also call their toll-free line at 0800 601011 for real-time help. Make sure you never give your PIN or grant card to anyone, not even someone claiming to be from SASSA. Always protect your information. SASSA is also introducing several system changes to improve security and efficiency. One of the key updates involves more people moving away from physical pay points and toward receiving their funds in bank accounts. This is part of SASSA's digital migration strategy. Additionally, more biometric verification is being rolled out, such as fingerprint checks, to eliminate fraudulent claims. This will help ensure that only eligible individuals receive payments. There's also growing discussion about a permanent basic income grant in South Africa, which could be implemented in the near future, especially as the country continues to explore long-term solutions for youth unemployment and poverty relief. With so many people depending on SASSA grants, unfortunately, there are always scammers trying to take advantage. Be alert. Never respond to unsolicited SMS messages or phone calls asking for your ID number or grant details. No SASSA agent will ever ask for your card PIN. If someone claims they can speed up your payment for a fee, it's a scam. Always use official SASSA channels for updates. If you're receiving a grant on behalf of a child, an elderly person, or someone with a disability, remember, you are responsible for how that money is used. Make sure the grant goes toward food, clothing, school, and care expenses. The system was designed to protect the vulnerable, not for personal luxury. Using the money wisely not only benefits your family but also ensures the integrity of the entire SASSA program. And there you have it, South Africa, the full breakdown of SASSA's official 2025 and 2026 social grant payment dates, along with all the essential advice you need to stay informed and secure. This information can make a real difference in your financial planning, your safety, and your peace of mind. Don't wait until the last minute. Mark your calendars now, share this video with your loved ones, and help your community stay informed. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We'll continue bringing you the latest SASSA news, government benefits, and financial support programs across the country. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next update.